Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So a couple weeks ago, I did a Defending Hammerman video where I did only splash damage units versus Defending Hammerman, and it went surprisingly well. I'll link it in the third line of the description if you want to check that out. But today, we're going to do the less favorable single target damage versus Defending Hammerman. I think what's really going to make us suffer today, we cannot use mines. All three types of mines are splash damage, unfortunately. And then machine guns, it was a little controversial in the first video, but when you go over here to the info page, it says can hit multiple targets. So we did use a splash damage, even though the bullet can only target one, but it shoots like two bullets at once, so it's a machine gun. So I was like, should I use that? It would be helpful, but we're gonna say no, just because we are principled and already used it. But I think we gotta get our code Cosmic plugged in here. Yes, we do, and just a reminder to get it plugged in. Helps us out tons if you're about to buy something or spend some diamonds. But let's waste no more time and see how we do. And I was hoping we don't get Rifleman today, but it looks like we already got Rifleman on the first stage here. So normally stage one I would skip through it pretty fast, but I'm a bit worried we might not be able to take it out here because of the Rifleman. And look at this, they are making traction on our base here. I don't think it'll be able to defeat us. The boom cannon's taking care of the heavies, and then now we just got to get through the Rifleman and hopefully take out the tank. So stage one already giving me a headache. How about this? If I lose, I will add machine guns to the base, and we'll see. We'll see. Which I probably will lose because this is stage one, and it took out like almost a quarter of the defenses to the HQ, maybe even a bit more than that. But finally taking out the first stage there as the final tank goes down. We'll go ×4 to speed it up, and there we go. We got a nice field capacitor. Hopefully we can take out stage two, but you guys, I don't know if you saw the troops I was preparing for, but it's not gonna look good here. We just gotta, I don't even know. Zuka's like, they can just take, there's so many there and they do so much damage. It's stage two, Hammerman, come on. Why couldn't you just give me like all Scorchers today or something? Help me out, my friend. I know I criticized your imitation game a few days ago and was like, you make it too easy. You save it all for Defending Hammerman because that's difficult, but my oh my, we are on stage two and we are getting obliterated, and maybe the rocket launchers will come in clutch because I can't get them fully out of range since their range is so great, but we don't really have them incorporated into the base design. So let's see, will the rocket launcher save the day? Probably not, because there's a lot standing outside of that zone. So that was kind of sad. We beat one stage, lost to the second one. And that just shows how good splash damage is. So I'm gonna work in of the machine guns and see if that even helps. But honestly, I'm having my doubts now. And boom, we worked them in. I don't know why I couldn't just take the loss, but stage two, that's embarrassing. Hopefully you guys understand. But like I said, I don't see this making a tremendous difference. However, against these Zukas here, the machine gun, since they're so clumped together, the machine gun is really effective. You can see we took out a lot of the Zukas because if it misses, machine guns aren't very accurate. They used to be way less accurate though. They used to be horrible, but they kind of zeroed in the range a couple years ago. But they still miss. But they're kind of doing work here. I was like trying to criticize them, saying they weren't that good, but they're kind of disproving me here because we added what, like 5 machine guns, and all of a sudden we win with ease. So yeah, let's just pretend like machine guns are not splash damage here, because that was impressive. Machine guns better than I thought. Down goes stage two again, just stage two, so nothing special, but we got trashed that first battle there. That was just something else. But let's see, are we able to get stage three with the machine guns? I see a lot of riflemen, Zukas, and tanks, so let's see the order in which they come. And Let's see. Will the machine guns come in clutch once again? I do have faith in them, but we need to take out the troops in front of the tanks because the tanks are just going to sit back and be the silent killers of this attack. Just as we're taking them out, the next wave comes, which is sad. So these tanks are going to survive another wave, and that is something our base probably cannot handle. However, we do have the damage amplified machine guns there. 2 of them. Let's see how they do against the Zookas. They took out a good amount of them, but a lot of the Zookas smartly avoiding the machine guns and going for the fringe defenses, aka the boom cannons and such. But I think we're going to beat this stage. I had doubts. I had my doubts for a second, but look at that. Machine guns. Hopefully it's not too controversial, but I couldn't end on a stage 2 loss. That is depressing, even if it's just single target. Like that it's kind of pathetic. But anyway, let's move on to stage 4. I see Cryoneers, I see a bunch of riflemen, I see Grenadiers. I really hope that Scorcher comes out first with like nothing else, so we can just take it out, because that is going to be annoying. Our boom cannons will do a good job. They just two-shotted that. Amazing. Alright. Good thing the Cryoneers are not out right now, because they would be killing my base. However, this is not looking good. The Grenadiers are coming in. I got to pick which troops I would rather have, but oh my. Not looking good. I'm having my doubts once again. Come on. Although they're taking care of the riflemen pretty well, but it's a bit too late. And we got more Grenadiers, and we got Cryoneers finally. And it's like, when Cryoneers come in defending Hammermen, they are like the most broken, overpowered, annoying troop you can have. And then you incorporate Cryoneers into your strat, and you're like, what are you doing? You guys are useless. Look at that. We are going to be taking a stage 4 exit, but the machine guns able to keep me alive for 2 more stages. But man, the single target did not do as well as I was expecting. But then again, if you have not seen the splash damage one, that was one of like my most proud accomplishments. That was a ride of a video. Check it out. It'll be in the 3rd line of the description. But that's going to be it. We'll see you in tomorrow's Boom Beach video. Bye bye.